Hey guys, it's the Geek and I'm back with the Rookie.
Heyo.
And we are still playing Vampire the Masquerade because my Pokemon Snap footage got effed up.
Now you know where it went with the Pokemon Snap footage.
Well, except we never told anybody we were playing that.
I know. Now everyone knows.
Okay, I vaguely feel like I didn't read this last time. As you wake up from your slumber and emerge from your haven for the night, you notice a familiar face on the other side of the street, standing on the corner and looking straight at you.
That sounds not good.
It's Kaiser's lackey, whom you met recently, Jackie. He nods to you, encouraging you to approach.
I don't remember if they gave gave us his name. Kaiser's the Nosferatu that you did stuff with.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I remember now. God, this. Okay, we gotta deal with this crap now. His hands are outside of his pockets, and he seems pretty relaxed. He's keeping his eye on the street, though, as if making sure you're...
It did the thing where it skipped a word. Alone is my guess.
Alone, yeah. Okay. I double check. He smiles awkwardly when you approach. I don't remember who voiced this guy. I know you voiced Kaiser. You had godfathered him.
I did. I don't know who voiced him.
I'll be this guy, I guess. Evening. Got something for you from our mutual friend. He produces a crumpled piece of paper from his jacket pocket and hands it to you. I'm impressed I've read that whole sentence without effing it up.
Wow. It's probably an address.
Read it. Memorize it. Then give it back here.
Oh.
Words are hard to form. It's a letter. The paper might just be a page ripped out of a spiral notebook, but the writing on it is exquisitely detailed and deliberate. It reads, time to square your debt with me. Go to the wine shop at 232 Mulberry Street and ask for 1821 Special Service Donatello Negro Romero. I don't want to say that word. Oh, fuck. When they tell you they don't have it, say you are a Federale Spanish, I think.
Maybe.
Those exact fucking words. Make sure you get the G right.
I don't know.
You'll get a bottle. Just take it and leave by saying grazie. Don't ask how much it is or anything else. Just walk out. When you have it, come back to Jackie Boy here and let him know. You done? Memorize that shit and hand it over. What's the rush, buddy?
I don't know, man.
Oh my... Okay. Letters, passwords. What's all this cloak and dagger nonsense? That's how the boss likes it. And who am I to argue? I just do what he says. You about done with the letter? You note the phrases and address mentioned in the letter, then hand it back to Jackie. He immediately reaches for a lighter and burns the letter, putting out the ashes with his boot. So yeah, when you do what the boss asks, come back here so I can tell you where to go next. I'll be in that alley over there, so find me when you have the item, whatever it is. I don't know, and the boss made extra clear that I shouldn't care. So I don't. See ya.
Now you don't have to ask about why he doesn't know.
Right? He shuffles away and leaves you to pursue the lead from the letter. Time to pay a visit to Nolita. You arrive at the address mentioned in the note. Surprisingly, you remember it. Not counting local restaurant patrons, the street is mostly empty at this time of night.
Mostly.
It's mostly empty at night. Mostly. That's a great movie, I'm sorry.
She never went on to do anything else in movies again.
Yeah, and they wrote her out of the third film. Anyway, not counting local... Okay, mostly at night. But curiously, the wine shop is still open. Inside, a small, middle-aged woman with curly hair stands behind the counter in front of the wall filled with wine bottles. There's a door at the back of the room with a small table and chair occupied by a man in a black fox leather jacket with slick combed back hair. Fox leather? Faux leather?
It's like fake leather.
Oh.
Fox leather.
Okay.
I think that's it.
He's reading a newspaper, but pauses as the little bell rings when you open the door. He takes a sip from a small steaming cup, then gets back to his broadsheet. Good evening, can I help you? Everybody turns southern to me. Let's see here. Ask for 1821 special. Be direct. I'd like a bottle of the 1821 Special Reserve Donatello Nor, please.
No grammar. Oh.
Okay. Let me check our stock. She seems to be looking through the database on the laptop sitting on the corner. She puts on a polite smile. I'm afraid we don't have that one at the moment. Sorry. Recite the phrase, straight and simple. Casually recite the line. Recite the phrase and assure her. No, I'm being direct. I'm doing exactly what the note said verbatim. I'm afraid of rally, so G. In that case, let me see if we have any in the back. Wait here, please. The woman leaves the counter and goes through the doors in the back. The man by the table puts down his newspaper and takes another sip from the cup, washing it down with a gulp of water from a nearby glass. He tries to hide it, but there's no doubt he's watching you. About a minute passes. You remind yourself of what Kaiser wrote in the letter and keep quiet, patiently waiting for the woman to return from the back of the store. The man finishes his drink and starts doodling on the newspaper, his eyes darting to you every so often. The doors to the back of the store open and the proprietor emerges with a small, unlabeled, squat bottle of crimson liquid. She gives you an apologetic smile. Excuse me. Sorry for taking so long. Turns out we did have it. That might be French.
I think that's Italian.
Is it? Yeah, that's not. Yeah. I gotta get rid of this. All right. She offers you the bottle. You reach out to grab it, but she retracts it. You do know what this is, don't you? All right. You focus your blood and immediately see both of the people in the shop focus intently on you and what you're about to say. I know exactly what this is, and I'm the right person to give it to. The one gives you the bottle without hesitation. Grazie. Deciding you've pushed your luck far enough, you nod and exit the store. And take a brisk walk to your car. Nobody follows you as you leave Nolita and drive back to your apartment. I feel like I did that right. It takes you some time to find a parking spot, but you finally get out of the car and start looking for Jackie. He's not far from where you parted ways just under 2 hours ago. Got the goods? Sure do. Cool. Stand by. Gotta make the call. Takes a few more steps into the narrow space between the two buildings. Takes out the same high-tech phone you saw him carrying last time. Hey, boss. Yeah. They have it. Where do I point them to? Okay, yeah. I'll tell them to go there right away. He puts the phone back in his pocket and turns back to you. Willis Point, half an hour. So you better step on it. See you around. With only a flippant salute, Jackie starts walking down the street. You make your way back to the car and drive. You have to push the speed limit to make it on time, but you're here. Willis Point is quite a change of scenery. The place is a post-industrial dump, the nearby stadium notwithstanding. You stop your car once you realize that if you go any further down, the potholes will kill your chassis. Your chassis. You step out into one of those gashes in the asphalt, splashing in the ankle-deep water. Kaiser's limo is nowhere to be seen. In fact, the whole place is pretty much deserted, other than the apparent proprietor of a lonely bar, a middle-aged woman who's just locked the place up.
Ooh.
I don't know if she's involved. I'm not touching her. Wait for Kaiser. You stay near your car and decide to wait. Kaiser must be on his way, or if he's not and is instead playing one of his games, then you're not participating. I understand that it's probably been a day or two since I fed. I think I'm okay. You say it was relatively recently for us playing this game, where I haven't had to flip out yet.
Well, you haven't yet.
But if I get an opportunity where I feel I'm not gonna F up with the people I'm working with,
but I also use my powers at every opportunity.
Okay.
that matters too.
Oh shit. You've got what he wants. Let him come to you. The bright lights of a car pulling over down the road, some 10 minutes later, catch your attention. It's a black limo. Kaiser's finally here, it would seem. Yeah, I want to get a better look at this. This is a limo, huh? Okay. Same as last time, the car door opens, but nobody comes out. You know the drill. This time, Kaiser's visible when you look inside. You sit down and close the door behind you.
So, you pulled it off without a hitch, eh? Then, give it here.
You hand the bottle over to the Nosferatu. He uncorks it gently, takes a whiff, and puts the cork back in.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Good job, kid. Consider your debt paid. Oh yeah, and also, take this. It's what Langley wanted.
He passes you an envelope with what feels like a thick card inside. Alright. Thank you, Mr. Kaiser.
Yeah. I'll send Jackie over if I ever need anything else from you. How about that?
Okay. More of you.
Time for you to get out. Now.
He waves you out of the car with the envelope in hand. You get out, back onto the torn asphalt. In decrepit surroundings, the limo slowly drives away. Finally, you can return to Sophie and bring her what she wanted. Gregory lets you in. You hear a shrill, unpleasant laugh, and you realize Sophie's having a guest over. He's the man from Elysium, the one with the glass and good taste in suits. You didn't have the chance to talk to him last time you saw him.
Jack Deth, so glad to see you. Tell me, did the two of you previously meet?
The man doesn't wait for an answer. He approaches you with an energetic, almost dance-like step and puts out his hand. You want to be him or you want me to be him? Because I feel like I'm a lot of people. I don't know.
I can do it.
I want. Okay.
I don't know what voice to give him.
I feel like 70s hipster. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay.
Thomas Arturo, I've heard about you. Pleasure.
Get a better haircut, man.
Thomas is a great source of gossip and an excellent conversationalist.
Go, man, go!
I also have the prince's ear, which is the primary reason Miss Langley wished to speak to me tonight. Good gossip, even coming from me, isn't nearly as valued. Sad.
Frowny face. Sophie's taken aback by the man's direct comment, but smiles politely. The awkward atmosphere is broken again by the guest's grating laugh.
I don't know.
Somebody's putting up a performance, and I don't think it's the hippie.
I kid, of course, I kid. Well, I was about to leave anyway, so I'll leave you two to it. Good night, Sophie, Jack Deth, Gregory boy.
It's Greggy boy. So
I don't care.
So you've previously referred to me only as Greggy boy.
I ad-libbed, I guess.
No, you're fine. I just like messing with the text. Sophie's driver opens the door for Arturo, and the guest steps out with a single wave of the hand towards his host and you. The door closes. And I just realized, okay, he comes up again. I want you to impersonate John Rhys Davies.
I don't know who that is.
Gimli. From Lord of the Rings.
No, I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Gimli from Lord of the Rings
is? I know who Gimli is. He's the dwarf. I don't remember how, I have a hard time with those accents.
Do you remember Sliders? Did you watch Sliders?
No.
Oh, damn it. He was great in that show.
So you got any idea what they're trying to cook up? Could be some kind of elaborate pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb? You blistering idiot! A pipe bomb's child's play compared to that.
What's his deal? What a creep. I wanna, but I'm not gonna piss off my...
It's just you and Sophie. And
yeah, but Sophie clearly seems to like him, so...
Does she?
He's quite the character, isn't he?
Yes, quite. But he has his uses.
So I don't know if she genuinely likes the guy or not.
She doesn't.
Well, okay, whatever.
Thomas has clout in court and access to the juicy details of everyone, from the prince to the lowest primogen. It's useful to have him on your side, even if his eccentricities require some patience. Speaking of patience, you've been putting mine to the test lately.
Okay.
Did you manage to contact Kaiser and acquire what I asked for?
Listen, woman. No.
Do it!
No. I don't need to get bitch slapped across the room or through a wall. Because every vampire is stronger than me for some reason in this game. Yeah, I have it. But the data you offered was old news to him. I had to do another job for him before he would give me this card. She retrieves the envelope from you.
I'm sure he did. I do hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience.
Seeing as how you wore out my patience! Like, suddenly I'm apologetic. Like, shut up. Pick one.
That's a fake apologetic.
Yeah. He's just a huge prick.
He also has one. No.
I don't know if I want to tell him what I did, because I don't want to, like, spread other people's business. He's got a servant named Jackie. He was a pain to deal with.
I hear all of his ghouls are like that. The apple never falls far from the tree, it would seem.
She opens the envelope and looks at the card. You notice the same lettering you saw in Kaiser's note from before, but can't see the details. Her eyes widen.
Yes, excellent. I need to call in some favors. I will likely be busy for the next few nights. You have my permission to show some initiative, my dear charge. I will contact you soon. That frustrates you. I know that frustrates you.
You know what? Not as much as I would think.
Well, that's good.
I'm getting used to the you are smaller than an ant attitude that everyone has for me. So, like, part of it's just like, well, yeah, that's to be expected. But part of it's also like, fucking, really? With that, Sophie ushers you outside, and you are left to do with the rest of the night's hours as you like.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Oh, wait, we got 4 people here, huh?
Yeah, one of them's the preacher guy. I think.
Oh, somebody's watching me. You're feeling as if
nope,
tailing
nope. My bad. It's somebody else.
I would do this immediately, but I feel like this might overlap with this if I don't do this now.
I wouldn't know.
Someone is falling. Damn it, Taco Bell. I love it, but it destroys my guts. Someone is following you around. It has been for a few nights, maybe longer. That can't be a good thing. The only question is what to do about it.
You know what to do about it.
Sophie!
If you want it.
I kind of want to, only because, like...
Sophie, help me.
A part of me does want to be like, look, I'm new to the vampire world. I don't know how I should handle this.
Yeah, then that might be good.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for broke. This is clearly something more serious than what you can figure out on your own. You have to ask Sophie for help. She must have experience with all kinds of stalkers, invisible and not. I'm hoping this doesn't interfere with the other story arc. And they're like, I'm busy, bitch!
We will see.
Yeah, right? You make your way to Sophie's apartment, feeling watched the whole way. It would be better if you could shake the tail, but something tells you that's impossible. A ghoul lets you into Sophie's apartment. What? Since when?
I don't know.
You're not sure how many servants she has, but their servility creeps you out. Does vampire blood do that to people, or is it just Sophie's personality? The ghoul tells you that Sophie is not in and bids you to wait in the living room. You do as directed, settling down on a sofa. As you sit contemplating Sophie's decor, you feel strange, as if the feeling of being followed on the street never really left you. You don't have time to think more on this because Sophie strides in, clearly in a good mood. Yay!
If it isn't my favorite stray, am I imagining it, or have you started to dress a little better?
That one's triggering. That one's triggering. You stand up, too worried to waste time on the small talk.
And I brought him right to you!
Right. I'm being followed. Some creep has been tailing me for a few nights now, and I can't shake them.
So you led them here? I appreciate your initiative.
That sounds sarcastic.
This is a cause for concern, to be sure. In fact...
Sophie looks around the room, suddenly startled.
I can't believe it.
As Sophie stands up, ready to face whatever danger she senses, an invisible force pushes aside her servant, standing in the doorway. You hear the door to Sophie's apartment open and close. Sophie sighs and settles back down as the ghoul disappears in the hallway in a vain effort to catch the stalker.
I suppose I should scold you, but in a town full of... Why did
Malkavians?
Yeah, that is the word. I suppose I should scold you, but in a town full of Malkavians and Nosferatu, that's probably useless. Sometimes this happens. This is embarrassing. You should be careful. I'll assign one of my servants to watch your haven.
You leave Sophie's apartment, chastened and confused. If invisible Orlocks and jesters can follow you anywhere, how are you supposed to stop them? I'm impressed I know the word Orlocks.
Good job.
Perhaps it's all part of the game. The kindred seem to play with each other. Hard to say if that makes you better. That makes it better or worse. Okay, yeah, that felt really oh, never mind. That is the end of the night. Damn it. Alright, whatever. Holy crap. Oh, no.
So, this added the second one.
That's that one, yeah.
And then I think the one below it is, nope, it's nosy reporter. It may or may not be the person who's back, but it says part 1, so I'm guessing it's not.
I'm wondering if I could just feed on this guy. I don't wanna. I'm hoping this will last. This will stick around, you think?
Probably.
Have you played more since last time we played?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna hope it doesn't affect anything later. Because I want to get this criminal thing going. Knowing there are only so many places with a good enough view of the Manhattan Bridge, you decide to check the ones that aren't likely to be crowded at this time of night. It doesn't take long before you hit the jackpot. Jane's Carousel. As you're walking along the pier, you notice a lonely figure sitting on the bench, steel flask in hand, his legs up on the railing. Soon enough, you hear a familiar voice.
Evening turns into night as the final flickering rays of sunlight give way to the kind nocturnal shadows. So did the last of the jabbering tourists give way to the blessed silence.
You should write a book.
And yet, I couldn't shake the feeling
that my partner was right next to me. Pausing mid-sentence, he leans back over the bench backrest and looks straight at you. Upside down, his face looked even creepier than usual.
That I wasn't alone.
Bum, bum, bum.
We all saw that, but yep.
I wanna. These are both the same attitude. So, that flask, is that what I think it is?
Depends on what you think. It's a little something from my private reserve. I call it the Drunken Sailor, because that's probably where it came from.
What's the shelf life on that stuff? He takes a sip, then points the flask in your general direction.
Want some?
You know what? I fed on a pot on a pill popper, so why not? Sure, why not? You take the flask and take a swig. It's blood, all right, mixed with other frivolous substances, some of which you recognize, while others you probably don't want to know.
That's the spirit. Now that you're good and spout.
Souse.
Here's something I've been meaning to tell you. There's been another one. Killing, I mean. down by the docks.
It always goes down by the docks.
Yeah.
Same MO, the blood, the graffiti.
Yep, it was our gal, alright. Victim sucked dry, same as before. Another sign on the wall, something about impending doom, and oh Lord, he's coming.
Oh Lord!
The particulars escape me. You know, the night I saw her, she looked so frail, so innocent. Deep inside, I was hoping she'd be spooked, get out of town, that maybe, just maybe, that would be the end of it. But that's me, you know, hopelessly optimistic.
Any idea why she's doing it?
Doesn't really matter at this point.
Kinda does.
Whether she's Cain's chosen or a poor girl gone nuts after a botched embrace, one thing is painfully clear.
Gives you a look of full worry and sadness.
She ain't gonna stop.
He takes a swag as if to punctuate the sentence.
So anyway, I've set up a meeting. Neutral ground, public space. Shouldn't get too ugly. Still, I was hoping you would tag along. Could tag along.
Okay, so who are we meeting? He takes another compulsive swag.
Better strap in, because this one's a doozy. He might like that one, actually.
Unless you want to introduce me to your parents, I can probably handle it. Come on, who is it?
Valerie.
Okay. That blood must have been an amazing vintage because you sound fucking hammered.
Hardly fucking hard. Look, I know you two didn't exactly hit it off, but she's not as bad as you might think.
It's more of the fact that I'm really uncomfortable hanging out with a girl who, like, picked me up like I was a thumbtack.
Because you were a thumbtack.
Shut up.
I mean, in some respects, she's probably worse, but she can be reasoned with.
Once again, he goes for the flask, but stops himself mid-motion.
Look, the way I see it, we ain't got a choice. As much as I want to help Sana, she's clearly a few bats short of Belfry. Most people are going to die unless we do something about it.
I'll tag along if you need me, but for the record, I really don't want to.
Me neither, kid. But if there's one thing life has taught me, you don't always get what you want.
Don't always get what you want. We're going to get more of what we don't want next time. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time. I really don't have a good outro.
It's all good.
All right.
See you next time.
Yep, bye, guys.